Hello everyone, Kemiko is proud to introduce some of our new products to you. Today we will be focusing in on Kemiko's LEED and green compliant products. Kemiko's 1120 moisture vapor system, our Terra Fresca microtopping, our acid stains for color, our two-part epoxies and polyurethanes, and finally our Easy Shine mop on wax. During this how-to video, you will see the process of transforming old worn down concrete into a beautiful decorative floor using Kemiko's new decorative and industrial products. In order to ensure that the products bond to the concrete, you must make sure to properly profile and clean the surface prior to applying any chemical products. Please contact Kemiko Technical Service if you have any questions on profiling the surface. The next step is to apply Kemiko's 1120 moisture vapor system to the clean profiled concrete. First, you need to pre-wet the floor using a pump-up sprayer. Next, you will slowly mix the 1120 using a jiffy mixer and a paddle at a slow to medium speed for 3 to 5 minutes. Once that is done, you are now ready to begin the application. Pour out the 1120 onto the floor and apply using a squeegee and rollers. The 1120 will need 6 to 8 hours to dry before proceeding. We have chosen to use Kemiko's 1120 moisture vapor system because we have found that test results showed high moisture vapor drive. The 1120 will reduce moisture vapor drive from 10% to less than 3%, following industry standard. The next step is to apply the first coat of Kemiko Terra Fresca microtopping direct to the 1120 moisture vapor system. You will need a jiffy mixer with a paddle blade attached and a clean 5-gallon bucket to mix the material. Metal buckets preferred. Pour the TFL 1100 activator into the bucket. You can add a minimum of 1 gallon to a max of 1 gallon 24 ounces. Slowly pour the Terra Fresca regular into the bucket as you are mixing on medium speed. Continue to mix until you have a complete homogeneous mix. You are now ready to apply. You will need a magic trowel or steel hand trowel to apply Kemiko Terra Fresca microtopping to your surface. Coverage will be between 180 to 220 square foot and an average thickness of 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch. Let dry for 2 to 4 hours before proceeding with next coat. You will need to prime the surface with TFL 1100 to ensure a complete bond between coats 1 and 2. You are now ready to apply the second coat of Kemiko's Terra Fresca fine microtopping. You will follow the same procedure as the first coat. We have now completed resurfacing of the old concrete using 2 coats of Kemiko Terra Fresca microtopping. We are now ready to begin the staining process. First, we need to tape and mask the walls and floors to protect them from the staining process. Any areas that are not to be stained need to be protected. Today, we have chosen Kemiko's Melee Tan and English Red acid stains. These stains will permanently color your floors. Typical dilution rates are 1 part water to 1 part acid stain. Today, since we are going over a new microtopping surface, we will use different ratios so our color does not get too intense on us at one time. Our first color will be Melee Tan at a dilution rate of 3 parts water to 1 part stain. Pour this into a pump-up sprayer with a conical tip, not a fan tip. You will first pre-wet the floor with clean fresh water and a sprayer, followed by the application process of spraying the acid stain, brooming in the acid stain, and then spraying over that area again. Following this process with Terra Fresca microtopping will help avoid spotting of the acid stain. Let dry completely before proceeding with the next coat. Our second coat of acid stain will use Kemiko English Red at a dilution of 2 parts water to 1 part stain. Follow the same steps as the first application of acid stain, allowing to dry completely before proceeding with next step. We are now ready to neutralize the acid stain. This step is important because we need to remove all the acid stain residue from the floor before we top coat. This process will take 2 to 3 cleanings. We will use Kemiko NeutraClean to neutralize the floor. using fresh clean water and scrubbing and mopping the floors until the acid stain is removed using shop vacuums and mops. The next step is to seal the floors. Today we have chosen to use Kemiko's industrial water-based epoxy and polyurethane. Kemiko has specified this system because it is LEED and green compliant, and we can apply 2 coats in one day. The primer coat will be our 2-part water-based epoxy. The top coat will be our 2-part water-based polyurethane. You will want to use a quality 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch nap roller to apply the material. Note, it will go on white and dry clear. The final step in our process is to apply Kemiko's Easy Shine Mop-On Wax. The Mop-On Wax will provide you with a sacrificial coat. You have just watched what Kemiko products can do to completely rejuvenate a floor and make an old distressed floor look decoratively beautiful with superior protection. The products that were used on this floor were as follows: Kemiko's 1120, our Terra Fresca microtopping, our acid stains, our water-based epoxy and polyurethanes, and our Easy Shine Mop-On Wax.